I hope everything works fine with the setup here. This is just too cool. I had to stream about it. Hi, I'm Robot55. I'm not a professional streamer, but I did this thing and I thought it might be cool for other people to try. So basically what I'm doing, I'm playing a solo adventure for Shadowdark, and I'm playing 3 characters. And at first I thought I'm going to use the solo play rules for Shadowdark, but then I found a nice Shadowdark RPG Gamemaster in ChatGPT. You can just search for it in the search chats and you'll find it, and then you can pin it if you want to. It is not the best, but I had some conversations with him about how to run the game, and just like a normal game master, sometimes I have to kind of argue about the rules or remind them if they forgot something, and so on and so forth. And being an AI LLM, it sometimes hallucinates. So sometimes tell me, hey, this character is +3 for their dexterity roll when they actually have just +1 or something like that. So it doesn't happen a lot. Usually it gets it right. But anyway, let me show you. I'm pretty much at the beginning of the adventure, and I'm kind of like 4 rooms in. I'm still on my first torch. If you know Shadowdark, the torches can go off, and when you're out of torches, everything becomes more lethal in the adventure. But just let me do a quick rundown of the setup here. So this is basically a PDF. I'm running this on Mac, so this is the viewer, built-in PDF viewer Mac app. I took the if you have the Shadowdark quick start guide, these are the starting characters. I did copy them to a form fillable PDF, so I can, change my hit points if I get hurt, or add equipment when I find something, whatever. So that's one thing I'm using here. I'm using this website. It's called Dice-Tray GG, just to roll my dice. You can decide how many dice will appear and roll them. It's a really cute one. And I'm using Dungeon Scroll because I also have an account on Incarnate and stuff, but this is actually the nicest one I know. I can very quickly draw the dungeon without spending too much energy on it. So yeah, basically that's the setup. I tell the game master what I do. They tell me what happens or what to roll. They are running this adventure. It's something, the Crimson Minotaur thing. I think it's like a known Shadowdark adventure. I've never heard of it, but so let's see. I'm in this chamber now, which I think it's called the Forgotten Sanctum. I think it was kind of like a gladiator arena. I'm not sure. There is some sort of pedestal here on the right, and there's an altar in the middle and a brazier somewhere, and then there is this alcove here with something. You can actually see it here. Yeah. So, okay, so let's tell him our marching orders. Oh, and another thing I do, just to give it the nice RPG run, I'm using YouTube for some ambient music. I hope you hear this fine. If it goes into the microphone, I'll move to the earphones, I think, just so you'll still hear it, but it it won't reverb in the microphone. Yeah, I think that's good. Right now, let's go back. Okay, so my party here is Jorbin is a dwarf warrior. Ralina, she's kind of the leader. She's a halfling thief. She's kind of the leader because she has the highest charisma, so she talks everybody into doing things. And Zaldini is a goblin wizard. And so far, we had one combat versus a white, which we killed pretty quickly. Found a few traps, found some loot, and now we reached this room, which seems dangerous. So, let me read you the last entry here. So, a wide circular chamber is stretches out before you. Its ceiling is domed upward, lined with chipped murals of robed figures, sacrificial animals, coins, and blood of a three-horned altar. At the room's center lies the same three-horned altar, carved from black basalt, now chipped and crusted with something of dark and long-dried, probably blood. On the far wall, there's an enormous iron relief that shows the face of the three-horned king, a being of three twisted visages fused into one. It seems to watch the room. Okay. So let's say that Jorbin and Relina enter side by side with Zaldini behind. After they enter the chamber, they stop moving while Relina observes the floor tiles to see if there are any traps. Zaldini will help her out. Meanwhile, Jorbin will stay alert in case of any ambush. Let's see what happens. Zaldini follows carefully to trip on the thread. The air here is still thick. Ooh. Wisdom -1. This is 13. Okay. Since Zaldini is helping her, doesn't Relina get advantage or bonus to the roll at all? If this was a real, role-playing session around the table, I would ask that question for sure. Okay. So, 1, 2, let's roll. Yeesh. Oh, 1 is a 20. Okay. I rolled a nat 20. Okay, interesting. The entire room is a trap. Jesus. It's a good thing I did this trap thing. The ward is dormant, awaiting activation. Crossing the glyphs is safe, only touching the altar will raise triggering effect. She spots a faint ash lines around that bezel. Okay, so this, I don't know if I like this, that the game master gives me suggestions. Hey Sharky, yes, chat is visible. Thank you for joining. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna tell the game master to stop giving me suggestions. Could you please stop giving me suggestions when you ask me what now or what are you doing? This makes it feel like a choose your own adventure book and less like an TTRPG. Okay. So with Ralina's insight, where would the Madeiran sacrifice should be made in order to make the altar safe? On the altar itself? Or on the pedestal? Also, while she's contemplating that, Zaldini tries to figure out the mural. Reminder, he got a nat 20 on the murals in the first chamber, and you said it will give him bonus or auto success on further inspections of murals, statues, and symbols. Okay. The beggar, the seer. One small horn on the surface has been chipped off deliberately after the mural of a heresy, counter ritual. Someone desecrated this altar after it was built. Jesus. They tried to undo the seer's gaze. They might have softened the altar's wrath. He also notes faint residue of silver dust near the mural base. Madeiran incense ash. Right. Jorbin, we need your brains for a change. You're a follower of Madeira, are you not? What would constitute a Madeiran offering? Is this silver dust a must? Can we offer a cleric scroll instead? Jorbin, you do it. You're a follower. And you know the prayer words better than I. Ralina says and adds, we also killed that undead white. You might mention that in your prayer, if that makes sense. Jorbin nods and proceed to make the offering. Madeira, keeper of light and shield of order, this scroll once blessed by thy servants was taken by undead hands. We return it now, after striking down the foul wight who bore it. Let this offering honor thee, and let thy shield fall upon us in shadow. As he speaks, the glyphs around the altar pulse once dimly. The air seems to draw inward for a heartbeat, then release. The word accepts. The glyphs go dim and inert, no flesh, no backlash. The altar's black surface now looks calmer, less tense. The scroll gently vanishes, as if taken beneath the stone. A faint warmth fills the chamber, subtle but present. Zaldini says, well then, I'd say that worked. For once, religion didn't try to kill us. This is my goblin voice, I'm sorry. Alina eyes the altar warily, but no reaction followed. The ward safely disabled the armament if you choose. Okay. Okay. The 3 of us huddle in front of the altar while Ralina does the inspecting with the help of Zaldini. Jorbin holds the light. Okay. With advantage from Zaldini's help. Is it really? No, her int is +1. You see, this is what I mean. I uploaded this PDF at the beginning of the game, and it gave me the right stats. But the more as this chat lengthens, the more it gets it wrong. Let's do it again. Let's just. No, Ralina has +1 int. Here is her character sheet again. Okay. With advantage and a +1. 15, 16. I think I'm going to keep this roll. I rolled a total of 16. As she traces along a shallow seam behind the altar's upper lip, her finger sketches nearly invisible indentation shaped like a triangle, a symbol she now recognizes as the Seer's Eye, one of the 3 faces of the Horned King. With a bit of pressure and a faint click, the seam gives way. A hidden compartment opens beneath the altar's slab. Inside, nestled in dust and velvet rot, are the following. Oh my god, a bone scroll case engraved with a spiral motif of interlocking eyes. Inside, a scroll of augury, usable only by priests. I don't have a priest. The scroll is brittle but intact. A silver, holy symbol of Madeira, shaped like a radiant starburst, gleams clean despite. It's worth 25 gold pieces. Second have to earn favor in a temple. A small glass vial stopped in wax. Potion of healing 1d8. I think I also have a potion of healing 1d6. Yeah. Okay. And I don't have. I can't carry shit. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Huh. What's the green elven dagger is in her belt, right? I forgot to. Elf dagger with green wire. And also which of these items is free to carry, if any? You know, in Shadowdark, inventory management is part of the thing. Takes 1 slot. Silver holy symbol of Madeira. So let's give it to the Madeira guy. Scroll of Sanctuary is here. It's done. Saldini will take the heal potion 1d8. And he's gonna give one of his oil flasks to Jorbin because he wants the scroll case. And now he has that scroll of augury. Okay. And the obsidian horn. Okay. Fine. Saldini carries the scroll case. Jorbin, the holy symbol and potion. Jorbin, the holy symbol. Saldini holds the horn fragment in his hand. Examining it. Would it fit in the iron mural? Just by placing it without glue or sap or anything like that. Ooh, it slides in perfectly. No force needed, no glue right. It just clicks. The edges align seamlessly, like it was meant to return, but nothing happens immediately. No glow, no sound, but Zaldini feels something. A low hum in the wall behind the iron face. The faintest breath of cold air, as if something just exhaled. The fragment sits snug in the iron circle, easily removable if you want to take it back. Do you leave it in place or remove it? Is the brazier on or off? If it's off, we light it with the torch. Relina. Meanwhile, Jorbin moves in front of Zaldini at the mural as they both scan if there's a secret door or a mechanism of some sorts. Okay, first Zaldini rolls a 14 and Jorbin rolls an 8. Zaldini rolls a 14, Jorbin rolls an 8. Aha! Very nice. A hidden seam depresses under the weight of the fragment with a grinding sound of all gears behind. The iron mule shifts half an inch outward, then swings inward like a vault door. A hidden passage reveals itself behind the mule, shrouded in darkness. Cold, stale air breathes out from beyond. A corridor lined with the carved eye symbols and uneven flagstones. You've unlocked the secret patches, clearly guided by the altar. No trap springs, no cursed tears, but the path ahead, it's blacker than pitch. How wide is the secret passage? Do we have to walk single file? Okay. Lead. Jorbin. With axe. Midsection. Saldini holding the torch. Rear. Ralina with the spool of wire. Oh, we're doing the Ariadne Minotaur maze thing. We bought a spool of wire and we hope this will help us not get lost in this dungeon. We move carefully forward until we reach an intersection, a room, or something else noteworthy. Noteworthy. Okay, we're going down. I'll use this opportunity. It's 4 feet wide. It's really. I'll make it like this. It's enough. But hollow, the carved eyes along the walls become more erratic. The forms mounting apprentice scratched out violently. After 60 feet, the passage essentially widened into a square chamber. Dome ceiling and a faint coffery smells. You found something. A hidden chamber, the chamber of eyes. Stone circle. Okay, one in each wall. Each holds a statue. Their eyes are hollow, as if gems were removed or never inserted. A faint reddish smear across the front of blood, long hair leading to the central socket. The floor tiles around the central eye socket are scored and cracked like something once activated here. No thread still runs behind you. Nothing steers yet. Let me know how to proceed. I will. Let's first do some mapping. Yeah, that's 4 feet, and let's make it about 60 feet. I'd say that's roughly okay. And then there is a room. Yeah. And there is a statue. Sorry. Okay. statue over here, one statue over here, one statue over there, and there is something on the floor, some socket here. This is not a pedestal, this is okay. Chamber of Eyes. Let's write it somewhere. Chamber of Eyes. Jesus. Scary. We carefully study the room. Is that dried blood near the socket in the middle? Pralina and the dark stains, are they from burning? Pralina asks Zeldini, as he seems to have more knowledge of this three-horned god. Could it mean they used real eyes in the floor socket or in the statues? Do we need gems? Or is this just pure human sacrifice? What's the leading thesis here? Oh, wise goblin, oh wise Zeldini the Red. Let's see what Zeldini tells me. Maybe he rolls something. We'll see. Jesus. This is crazy. I can't read the three-faced one. All those eyes painted on the corridor we just went through. Okay. One per statue. Don't you mean two per statue? Are these Cyclops? Want to split up, so we call Jorbin, show him what we found. Then the three of us go through the entire corridor. I. Should be easier now that we know what to look for. By the way, the eye we found, its size, does it seem like it would fit in the floor socket or in one of the statues, or are they all the same size sockets? Now knowing what to look. Aligned with advantage. Jesus. Okay. Wait a second. Doesn't Ralina gets an advantage on this task just for being a thief? Seems like Saldini's help and pattern recognition should gain her some extra bonus, no? Maybe not. I'm not an expert on Shadowdark rules. Let's see. sees each other an advantage to checks the tech design traps and search for hidden components and item. Yes. Pattern is based on early success. She's ready, so yes. She earns it fair and clear. Well, plus int. Wait. You gave me the same roll chances as before. I thought you said rolling. Rolling overruled. Extra bonuses to the roll, I would think. No? Okay, I'm rules lawyering now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I won't get much more from this dungeon master. Please, roll high. 16. Plus 3, that's a 19. Total of 19. Keep searching the corridor's eyes. Minding the torchlight so we don't end up in the dark. What say you? You think 5 is enough? My gut says no. Also, what's with I hate to say it. Couldn't 5 instead of 6. Piss him off though. We go back to the, what was the name? To the Forgotten Sanctum. And Jorbin pushes the brazier over, stamping the flames with his foot. Once the fire is out, as they cool, Ralena tries to whittle the sixth eye made of coal. Okay. The rule book. This is a delicate task, is it not? Her dex modifier 12 + 3. Her dex mod is 3, not 2. I just sent you her character sheet recently. Anyways, total is 15. Wait, guys. We still need something for the floor piece. Now this is gruesome, but we can carve out the heart on that white we killed. I shudder. Maybe this works. Saldini. Is that a good plan? Or have I been in this dismal place for too long? Anyone get a luck point for all this cleverness? What do you say, GM? Okay, just tell me. Marlena has 2 luck points total. Ludini something else. Sorry, Twitch. Show markup toolbar. Let's create another text somewhere. Ooh, not here. Let's do it here. Let's make it black. Let's make it lock points. Let's copy it. Saldini also has 1 and he has 0. Okay. Which do we place first? The floor, socket, or the statues? Does it even matter? Speak, Goblin. You are the local expert. Keeping the cold one for last, holding a breath and it will work. Oh my God! Okay. Okay, with advantage. Nice. And Valina has -1. Jesus. It's an 18. Let's see. Clear success. Okay. Spiral staircase. Spiral staircase down. At least stairs wide dome chamber of black stone and star-like silver inlays in the ceiling. Entry tiles from a vast spiral pattern under your feet. There is no light here beyond your own. Before you, embedded in the floor, stands a massive triangular iron door etched with the closed eye in its center. The spiral appears beneath of it, leads directly to it. At the edge of your hearing, a voice like Dustin said, "Whisper." Jesus. Okay, let's do level 2. Let's do level 2. Okay. And what is this chamber? Wide dome chamber of black stone. First describe chamber for my mapping. Is it square, circular, rectangular? Diameter 40 feet. so it's about 40 feet. Okay. Okay. Let's say that that's level 2. Level 2. Okay. There's a door. Okay. Now what? So yeah, you see, this is how I play it. It's very nice. I get to do some role playing, some rolling, some combat. There was no combat this stream. We only had puzzles and traps, and I'm about to lose my first torch. I do want to say that the torches are kinda we don't use the real-time 1 hour rule, but the game master uses, I guess, the turn full like meaningful actions, whatever that means, because again I'm playing 3 characters, not just one, so it's 10 for each, or so 10 meaningful for the entire party or something like that. So I'm still at the first torch, which feels maybe a little bit too lax, too powerful, but it's about to go out soon, that's for sure. Staircase entry. Oh man. Counterclockwise. Triangular iron door set in the north path, directed roughly 10 feet. It's roughly inlaid with a closed-eyed silver spiral inlay. Starts beneath your feet and coils toward, eventually points straight towards the door. Stylized like an unwinding pupil. No visible exit for the door. Whispers echo naturally, no source, no echo pattern. Okay. Did the whisper happen just once, or does it repeat? Jorbin grumbles. Well, I'm no thief, but even I know this one. We better not sorry, stray off that spiral path on our way to the door, or something really bad will happen. Then he carefully starts moving along the spiral path, leading the way for the other two. Saldini in the middle, Alina in the rear. Still okay. I don't know, guys. This is crazy. Whisper remains silent. The air grows colder. The spiral leads cleanly directly toward the triangle. You arrive at the center of the spiral, small, perfectly smooth disc of black stone, about 2 feet directly in front of the door's closed icicle. Nothing has triggered. The place behind you glows faintly on silver lit. Triangular iron door stands before you. The icicle remains closed, but it now pulses gently with a dull red heartbeat-like glow. Merlina whispers, "Psst, Saldini, what languages did these cultists speak, if you'd have to guess?" Old Common. Okay, chat. If there is someone there, if you have advice for me, I don't know. Jorbin, try knocking? Seeing has begun. The blind may yet be judged worthy. Triangular door shudders, then splits downwards along its central seam, opening 3 parts like a mouth or a blooming eye. Beyond it lies a descending ramp, lined with smooth bone curving into the darkness, lit only by faint phosphorescent script along the wall. Okay, I gotta stop this stream now, but this was fun. I'll upload this to YouTube and see if it gets any response. I'll maybe do another stream. I think it's a really great way to solo adventure, especially with a rules light system like Shadowdark. And I gotta say, while the Gamemaster is not always remembering the rules, it does get the tone of the story and the adventure right. And I noticed that if I just put the right ambient music, it is just great. So yeah, I recommend this. If you can play with friends for whatever reason, this solo play is really cool. Okay, I'm Robot55 signing off. Bye everybody.